this computer. All right, we will not recap the cutting clinic. Okay, that was just me getting volunteers to come early. Okay, so Gilbert is going to start off the meeting and kick it off. Gilbert's the best MC that probably ever graced the presence of a stage in the Western region. So he's going to talk about a little bit why we're here, tips for getting the most from today, preview agenda, introduce the division managers. He'll introduce me. I'll introduce our team. He'll introduce Evan. He'll introduce Southland, and then he'll introduce Kevin. And then Kevin will stay up for an interaction. The opening interaction is going to be lessons learned from the job so far. Kevin and I will talk a little bit about making sure we get the good examples, get the right mindset going. And it'll be similar to the way Anthony did it at SC1. 5 minutes to explain the interaction, 3 minutes to let them write down some things. We'll have the 3x5 cards again. 15 minutes for them to meet in a group and discuss their lessons. And we should have a bunch of CSPs and FSMs there, a pretty good amount. There's almost every CSP that I know of is going to be helping in a table somewhere. So hopefully they'll be there earlier than they need to be there for the table so they can be involved in these groups. Definitely you guys be involved in the breakout groups. This is super important that a manager or someone with some experience is there. Of course, most people that are going to be here, a majority will probably be people that have some experience. So that'll be good. And then 2 minutes to sit back down, and then 10 minutes we'll do some report outs. We'll let some people do some report outs. Okay. And here's just some examples of some of the lessons they might have learned. Okay. Then Gilbert will kick into the push count up. Oh, one thing I just wanted to ask and get some feedback. You guys remember how we started off the last meeting with like the slideshow that, mentioned that put the teams up there and people would yell with their team and all that. Is that something that you wanted to do something similar again? I personally, I'll just leave it up to you guys. I will tell you, I like to start a meeting that way because it kind of gets everybody's attention. It brings everybody in. People who are milling around, if they're not, once they start to see the countdown happening, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, it kind of gets people yelling, and especially if you guys are setting a good example, gets people excited and energized. Anybody hate it? If you like it, okay, give me a thumbs up on the screen or just type in the chat, say sure, do it again, whatever floats your boat, Jay Brad. But you guys cool with that? You guys like it? I got people commenting that they liked it. Okay, let's see a few people. All right, is anybody paying attention to me? I don't even know. All right, make sure. Vegas will be early as always. All right, Christina, good. If you guys are there early, then that crushes. All right. Back to this. Okay, so Gilbert's going to do the push count up. We're going to do all the reps at the same time. Reps, the categories are this, just as a reminder: reps under 150, reps over 150, and then manager personal sales. This is all branch managers, district managers, assistant managers, DOMs, anybody that's got a manager in their title. Gets to participate in this one. We might not let JJ Morales though. I don't know. JJ might need to be in this reps over 150 thing. The only exception that I can think of. Let's see. Then we'll do the countdown with branches or the managers. 3 categories. So you remember is branches, and then first full years and new DMs are in their own category, and veterans and pilots are in their own category. Push trophies. I got them right here. You want to take a look? There's two things. I think they're sweet. For the winners, we have this open one already. Share this up. For the winners, we have this beautiful pearl turn and serve engraved with the cool engraving on it. Okay, pretty sweet. And for the CSP category, we didn't engrave it because they always complain, why are you going to engrave it? I want to use it. I could use it as a bonus. I could use it as a giveaway. I could sell it. Okay. So the CSPs have too many trophies. They don't want any more trophies. So they just get a thing. Okay. And for the winner, the big winner, you guys, it is the sweet veggie knife with the engraving on there. Okay. Bam. Just like that. Okay. So these are for the winners. And just so you know, I made a decision about a couple of days after I ordered these. Well, actually, I made a decision before, but it was too late to make it happen. From now on, our meetings that we do, I want to You guys saw how I used the SoCo logo and the LA Showtime logo and the Southland logo. I'm going to make a logo that includes all three of those logos, and I'm going to put that on the knife as the award for the conferences. Isn't that cool? I get excited about these things. You guys probably don't care, but I get excited. So anyway, that's going to be we're going to add that to future things. Put those engravings. All right. And then he's just going to announce the division, top division, which I completely forgot to do last time. And we may just skip it this time as well. Okay. Because your DVMs, we are competitive, but we don't have to be recognized necessarily in front of everybody, although we do like to build some division pride. The bulk of the meeting, guys, is going to be these round tables, right? I'm super excited. Those of you that have been into meetings in the past where we've done round tables, you know that everybody always says this is the best favorite part of it. Okay. It took me a lot longer to get these communications out than I thought it would. I don't know exactly why, but everybody who's listed here is a table leader, like the main speaker leader. Everybody who's listed here is a meeting facilitator, with one exception, Charissa Sosa, who Francine's going to give one flatware tips and do Q&A. And then Charissa's going to do the flatware tips and the Q&A, because I think those two can both learn from each other. Francine's like one of our big flatware experts in Southland, and Charissa is what I heard is Charissa's the big flatware expert in South Coast. All right. And then these are going to be all meeting facilitators. Leah and Brandon together are going to do this table. It's just be an introduction into working events. Part of me is a little bit sad that some of the branch managers and people like that aren't going to be able to go to this thing here. But maybe for the second go round, some of the branches, if they're over here facilitating, could go into this if it feels like we've got enough people to handle the facilitation. Okay, meeting attendance is not going to be huge, you guys. We're not going to be busting at the seams here. It's hard to know exactly the number. I don't know how many. I didn't look and see how many we launched this week, but this week's launch everybody should attend the conference if we're managing it properly. But I'm thinking we're going to have I think we have 15 tables. I said 17, but I think it's 15. How many tables? 15 tables. And there probably will be about 8 people per table, something like that, I think. So, we're probably going to have like 140 people at the meeting, something in that range. Okay. Which is good because people get more individualized attention, and it will be, it will be very positive for the people that are there. So Ben Cooper and Lucas Roth are going to rock Rex. Chase and Jeremy are going to rock phone. Ryan Kakenis and Austin Robinson are going to rock closing. Eric Arias and Joshua Urbieta are going to talk about virtual demo skills. Both these guys have sold a lot of knives on virtual demos. I try to choose people who've done virtual demos for this one and this one, and got lots of recs on virtuals. Phone, doesn't matter whether it's virtual or not. Closing, doesn't matter so much whether it's virtual or not. But demo skills, building rapport and connecting with customers on the demo, that's different than in person, like a lot of us grew up on. Nicole Giannini, with a lot of help from Tommy and Eddie, is going to crush this service calls and sharpening thing. So a lot of your people after this hopefully will be saying, hey, I want to buy a sharpener. So you can work out with your people to buy some sharpeners. Deanna's going to rock this. Well, so is Danny. Deanna's already asking me, like, how many handouts do I need? By the way, if you're one of these people, okay, or if you're one of these people is one of your person in your office, I would really encourage people to urge people to have some type of a handout, something that people can physically hold on to, because you can't really do slides in this type of a setting. But it'll help you keep you organized. It will give people a place to take notes, because young people don't carry around notebooks like we did once. It's always phone notes and iPad notes and computer notes and things like that. So I would highly recommend that. And 20 handouts, 20 copies of whatever handout should be plenty. And just pay for it and call it a business expense. Write it off. I don't expect a reimbursement for 20 copies. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be that. And this is going to take up 90 minutes. Okay. We're going to do one group. It's going to take several minutes to explain to everybody how it's going to work. I'm going to have all the table leader, everybody actually, around the room, out of the seats, have the table leaders up on stage. I'm going to announce who the table leader are. They're going to walk to a table. Everybody's going to see, okay, I see Chase and Stuart and Brento going to that table over there. I want to go to that table, right? We're going to direct people a little bit. Like if they're brand new, if they're like less than, a month in the business, we're going to have them stick to the recs, the phone, the closing, and the demo skills. If they are over 6,000, they could start looking 6,000 or 8,000. Maybe they could start thinking about going to some of those other ones. You guys need to help your people decide ahead of time where they should go. Okay. Don't tell them go to Deanna's and not Danny's. Okay. Don't tell them go to this one or not this one. Because you don't want them to feel like if they end up, having to go to one because one fills up faster, you don't want them to feel negative. Right. But you want to make sure all of your people that are going, they have like an idea where they ought to go. You could talk to them. You should copy this list. You guys all have this. Let me see. I'm copying this link. I'll put it in the group chat. I think I'll put it in the group chat. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, NJ just said, can you send this to us? Yes, NJ, of course. It's already been out somewhere. It's been posted at least once somewhere. I don't know where, but there's that. If you need it, you guys all have my text me and I'll give it to you. But if you'll just do this, make sure your people have a good place to go, and to have a first, second, third, fourth, and fifth choice, right? Because they may or may not be able to go. Because I'm probably going to have like, okay, if you're over 10,000 in sales, go first, right? I'm probably going to have some kind of an order where people get to go in a certain way. So it's a little bit more organized. But anyway, we're going to do that. Okay. So that's going to start at 3:15. That's going to go all the way to 4:45. Okay. We're going to do advancements right here. We're not doing this time. That was a disaster. The way I set it up, bad. Took hours of my time to organize that list the way I did. It was not smart. Anyway, we're going to do these promotions. We didn't assign somebody. I think Ava Costantino, you might be the one that was nominated to do all these promotions, by the way, because Kevin thinks you have a great voice and you will articulate properly. So we'll make sure we get to that. Then Evan is going to be the other big bulk of our meeting here, which is going to be 45 minutes of what is TLA, how do you get an interview, and kind of a timeline of what's going to be happening over the course of the next several weeks as far as people applying for and getting into TLA. All right. He's going to promote Vegas a little bit in there, and it's going to be obviously a very, very important piece of the puzzle for us moving forward, moving into the fall, locking in people to TLA and getting them, tied into the business. So we have some consistent sales reps in the fall and getting them to Vegas. Okay. And then hopefully there'll be time for this. We are 15 minutes scheduled just to allow people to talk about, to make some decisions. What have they decided they're going to do? Similar to what we did last time. And I'd love to get, 8 or 10 people to be able to stand up and share something that they've decided, that a commitment they're going to make, a goal they've set for themselves, a direction that they want to move, or just some great takeaway from the conference. Okay. So this 5:55 adjourned. We if these are going well and we can cut them I have 45 minutes for each one. Okay. Or including the introduction. So I think that we might be able to get ahead of schedule, possibly by 10 or 15 minutes here. I'd love to give Evan as much time as possible for this super important message here. And then, if we got 15 or 20 minutes at the end to be able to do some shares, that would be really great. In fact, I might just make an adjustment on this sheet. So we have a guideline. That's it. VIP dinner so far. I got people going on the 10K dinner, and then some links. I don't know. Yeah, there's some links over here. The registration link, how to get to the hotel, who's registered is right here. And then we're not gonna do this. I did make a better way to do it, but we're gonna go old school and use the sheets. And that is all that I had to share with you guys. You got to listen to me for a long time. I will if you feel like you got it all and you don't have any questions or anything like that, and you got something else to do, you can go if you want. If you got questions, I'll answer them for 10 minutes or so.